Today's episode is brought to you by MeUndies. MeUndies are the undies that I have on me. Now let's jump into this podcast. Hello, everybody. It's time for Crendor.
Is it Crendor in the morning?
In the morning. Broadcasting live. In 4 hour recording studio. Recording.
Wake your ass up! It's up next Crendor in the morning!
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the episode of Cox and Crendor in the morning.
We're back.
Oh, boy. We're back.
Boy, oh boy, we're back.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm here. I'm here. And
Boy, you sound all right. You sound... I'm doing all right. I'm here.
well, this week was just stressful. So we had... Okay, let me tell you. I've already told the stream. So we had mold. All right?
Wait, whoa. Where was the mold?
It was on our living room baseboard, and it was like coming up a bit, and so the mold men came out. And
The mold men?
the mold men.
I hope that's what they're called. I hope that's like their brand.
Yeah.
We're the mold men.
And so I was like, "Is this something that's like easy?" And they're like, maybe, but we're probably gonna have to rip the wall up because we got to see what's causing it."
Yeah, that's what they did when I had when it rained and I got all that mold in my old apartment closet. They ripped out the entire closet. So yeah, no,
Yep.
I've been there, dude. That sucks.
It sucks. So they're like, "Yeah, we got to find what's causing it. We got to see if there's any damage or whatever." And so I was like, "All right." So they came out on Tuesday and they ripped the wall up. They set up their big containment area. Cat freaked out. They got rid of the mold, so I mean that's good. But now the wall's just ripped up. And they're like, well, it looks like there's definitely some leak thing here. And, it seems like it was an older thing. It's just like, over time or whatever. I was like, all right. So they're like, have the HOA look at it. I was like, cool. And then now we got to build the wall back up.
Wait, so what does the HOA have to do with it?
They manage the outside of houses.
Interesting. So it's because of the outside?
Probably. So, okay, there's this point. I think I know what's causing it, all right? So there's a point where the gutters were, overflowing. And they were, they would overflow out of the gutter and then slide down the back of the gutter and then, just blast against the wall. And there was, water just blasting against the wall. And I was like, that doesn't look right. And then after they, cleaned the gutters and did everything, then it was normal. I'm like, you know what? I bet that water wall blasting was doing it. So
wait, again, I don't have an HOA. All I have is an apartment complex that never does anything I want them to do.
Right.
So I handle it all myself. Well, I've given up trying to ask them to do things because they're terrible. So my question for you is, as an HOA, you're obviously paying into it, right? And then they're supposed to do stuff. How long does it take you if I'm like, my gutters are getting blasted over here? How long does it take them to come and do stuff?
It depends. Sometimes it's a couple days. Other times it's a week, but usually they're honestly pretty good.
Is it
it's just some conglomerate company.
Oh, okay. I thought it was one single old man who was just
it's not like Old Man Johnson, let me send out the workers, and it's just him and a tool belt.
I thought, maybe, I don't know. Again, I don't know what HOAs are like.
No, it's just some big conglomerate company that covers, it's HOA are us. And then you're just like, hey, my wall's ripped up. Can you check outside so I don't have to do this again? And they're like, all right, cool.
And then then you have to pay for the inside.
Yep.
But what if the problem's the outside and it's a persistent problem?
They don't give a shit.
Right. That sounds right.
Yeah. See, if it's actually persistent, then you gotta keep being yo, this is gonna cause me problems or something. It's just. HOAs are annoying.
Yeah, no, I mean, the concept annoys me.
Yeah.
A lot of places I look in LA where I'm like, wow, this seems really affordable. I could move into an actual house here. And then the HOA fee is $2,100 a month. I'm like, I'm just paying rent. What do you mean?
Yeah, HOAs are dumb, but the way I looked at all of it, so I was just stressed being they're ripping everything up, then we got to rebuild it, costs money. But I was like, you know what? I'm imagining the wall. The wall is please help me. I'm sick and molded. And I'm like, all right, wall, we're gonna help you out. So we did it. We're helping the wall, and now we've torn him down, and now we build him back up.
You know what? I like that. It's kind of the opposite of. Have you seen the images of J.K. Rowling's house?
No.
I guess she was doing her normal "I'm an insane person" stuff, and was posting on Twitter. And then people started noticing in the background of all of her camera shots, they're like, is that black mold? Are you just living with black mold? And I was like, yo, maybe that's why she's like off the wall.
Yeah, I've learned there's a bunch of people. They're just like, whatever. It's like leave mold. I'm like, what? Like, what?
There was a time when I lived in New York. I rented a home with my friend Tom at the time. And it was like not a great house. It was whatever, it was what a bunch of college kids could afford. And one of the rooms, I guess because of snow and melting ice and rain and all that stuff, one of the rooms just got like a corner of black mold. And we asked the landlord to fix it, and he went in and he straight up just painted over it and then said he fixed it. No joke, dude. Within like 3 months, the entire room was covered in black mold. The entire room. God. And we were like, no, I left. I was like, I'm moving out. This guy's not going to fix this. And Tom was like, dude, he's going to fix it. I'm like, no, I'm out. I'm leaving. Like, it was so gross. A complete full room.
Oh, my God.
Thankfully, it was like one of the upstairs, kind of like the highest up room. And the only thing that was in there at the time was like a bunch of chairs and a computer set up to like play games and stuff. But it was like the game room. And we were like, we got to move everything out of the game room. The couch that was in there, absolutely destroyed. Like, just gone.
Oh, yeah.
Thankfully, it was like a cheapo couch, but just like, yeah, no, mold, I don't mess with that stuff. Not at all. When I saw that there was water damage in that one closet, I was like, y'all better come fix this. I'm not living with mold.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. I'm not going to leave it. I'm just like, as soon as I see something, I'm just like, get it taken care of.
Absolutely.
Just, like, because otherwise, what are you going to do? Just leave it and it gets worse? Like, I never get that. Like, I'd rather... Like, even if you had to, like, go in the credit card debt or something to fix it, I'd rather do that than be like, well, just gonna let everything fall apart. I mean, it's just, it doesn't make sense.
I mean, it's one of those things where even though you take a hit monetarily up front, long term, if you let that fester, it's just going to get worse. And you're going to pay more money in the long term. So you might as well just take the hit now and do it because, yeah, even if it puts you into like credit card debt, you're going to meet a lot more credit card debt when more of your house is covered in it.
And then like wood starts rotting and like shit starts breaking. It's like, no, just fix it. I mean, it's like, it's like people too. Somebody will be like, oh, I got this like thing on my arm and it just keeps spreading. There's like, dude, there's like I think you got some sort of disease. It's like spreading down your arm. Is that like MRSA or something? There's like, nah, it's nothing. And then they're like, all right, well, I had to get my arm cut off. It's just like, just get it checked out. I don't know. I'm very much the anxious-minded person that gets everything done right away.
Everyone's just convinced it's just going to go away on its own.
Yeah.
If I just like, it'll go away. It'll go away. And I'm not sure what that says about us, but I wonder to my people in the rest of the world, is that an American thing or is that like an every person thing?
I know a European person. It's not Sam or Dodger, buddy. You wouldn't know them, but they keep getting mold and they just like clean it off they're just like, yeah, just keep cleaning it off. I'm like, shouldn't you like get to the root of the cause of why it's growing? And they're like, nah, just keep cleaning it. It's like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Like, all right. Like, I don't know. It's just not me.
Yeah, no, I would be like, tear it down, burn it with fire, let none survive. Yeah.
Yeah. Then he also recommended like he was like, this is the mold cleaner stuff we use, and it's apparently pretty good. So he's just like, if you ever see like tiny spot, he's like, obviously nothing like this, because like when you have to rip up a wall, you're like, you don't want to. But he's like, if it's just like some tiny thing or you're worried about it, you just spray it down.
Yeah, sometimes in your bathroom, if you have like a not like well ventilated bathroom, you get some little spots of stuff. Yeah, I'm sure you could use it then.
Yeah,
spray
stuff
it down
like that.
Yeah.
So. Moral of the story is mold sucks. Get it out of here. Although there are some good molds. Bad mold sucks.
Oh, yeah. Look, I like blue cheese. I'm no fool.
Yeah. Exactly.
Look, if I'm over here eating mold, I can't say I'm against all mold.
Yeah.
It's good. Blue cheese is good. Sue me.
Yeah. So that's stressful, fun. We're gonna need to start doing some day streams. We're gonna be doing some more ads, doing some.
I get it.
A lot of
I
stuff.
get it.
Yeah. How's your week?
Boy. So I went to New York for an event for the new Metaphor game that's like, if you like Persona, but don't want it to be in high school and instead want it to be in fantasy, then that's the game for you. Of course, I can't talk about it yet. But yeah, I went out to New York to go do this thing, and everything was fine. Great trip. I love New York. Had a great time. Coming back was a whole other thing. But going out there, I'm on the plane, sitting next to this kid, as I cough, thinking about it, sitting next to this kid who 100% had a cold. I had a mask on and everything, dude. This kid still gave me a cold. I don't know if you can tell I'm stuffed up, but this son of a... I was... children. Anyway, this kid was coughing and sneezing the entire flight. 6 hours or 5 hours, however long it was.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, awesome. Yeah, I was doomed. There's nothing I could do. But I was fine, and I thought I made it. And then the day after I got back, my throat started to tingle, and I was like, oh, come on. I was like, oh. So, of course, I've been sick the last few days. But that was whatever. I hated that. But I got there. Everything was fine. The one thing that was weird about my travels this time is that for some reason, I don't know what about this time of year, or maybe LA to New York or what. I don't know what it was. There were so many animals on my plane.
Oh.
Like, I counted one cat guy, 2 little puppies, and then a family who... So when I was in line, the line wasn't moving to get my ticket because in front of me was a family of like 6 and their giant dog. And the woman was like, well, you're not allowed to take him on the plane. And they're like, we've done it before. And she's like, I don't think you have, sir. And he's like, no, we've done it before. And he's like, no, we're going to have to put that dog in a crate and then in the belly of the plane. He's like, I will not allow you to do that. And so they're holding up the line. I'm like, oh my God, what is happening? So there were so many animals on this flight. There was a lady who had a little tiny purse, and the purse was making a noise. The purse was like, yay, 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 the entire flight. And I was like, there's got to be an animal in that purse. There's got to be something in that purse making that noise. It was crazy. And it was a like early morning flight. I left to go to New York at 7 a.m. my time. And I was at the airport at 5. And so I'm just sitting there minding my own damn business. There's so many animals. I couldn't believe it. I'm going to say the flight, we might have had like 250 human beings, but I'm going to say like 10 animals on that flight. I've never been on a flight with that many animals in my entire life. I don't know what it was about this one day, but we were like the Ark, dude. We had animals on that plane.
You're going to like one of those Tonight shows where they bring out all the animals on their segments.
Yeah, it was wild. I've never seen anything like that. That was it was pretty crazy, but that was a thing. And then when we got to New York, everything was chill. I had a pretty good time, right? Hung out with a bunch of different people. Heading back, dude, I sometimes forget New York is like a genuine shit show.
Right.
My flight to return home, I had to leave just as early. So I was up because the airport I flew into was Newark. So that's in New Jersey. So I've got to go from New York City to New Jersey to catch a plane. So I got up extra early. I was like, all right, I got to get in a car and out to New Jersey. Hopefully we can get out of the city in a quick amount of time so I can get to the airport. So I got first off, it was 4 a.m. and I'm like, all right, I'm up. I'm going to get dressed, going to do all my stuff, going to pack. I was out the door by 4:30. So I'm thinking, okay, plenty of time. I get an Uber, and the Uber guy was like, I'll be there in 22 minutes. What? 22? I was like, no, cancel. And Uber was like, if you cancel, it'll like dock your Uber points. Like, I don't care. I deleted the app. I was like, I don't even care. 22 minutes is egregious. For New York City, I was like, this is madness. So then I went to Lyft. Lyft, 2 minutes.
That's so weird. Why was it so long for one and not the other?
You know what? I'm gonna say because Uber sucks and it continues to suck. And Lyft was like 2 minutes in and out. I was like, oh, okay. So, got in the Lyft and we're driving through the streets of New York. It's 4:45 a.m. at the time. You would think It's New York, so aside from the random people walking, there was a lot of like restaurants and stuff still open, which I'm like, God, I love New York. What a great place.
Right.
But the streets were still packed with people, like cars. And I was like, what the hell? This is madness. I was like, maybe they're going to work. I don't know what's going on. So the guy, in order to avoid traffic, turns down a side street. And as he does, there are 2 trucks in front of us parked right next to each other where the drivers are arguing. And they're like, hey, you move your. He's like, no, you move your truck. I guess they're trying to park there to make their deliveries. And so the driver goes to reverse. A garbage truck pulls in behind us. So we cannot reverse now. That is a garbage truck behind us doing garbage. And the guy, we're just stuck there. I'm going to say 25 minutes we were stuck there. I was convinced I was going to miss this flight. I was like, oh my God, what the hell? And they're still fighting in front of us. Meanwhile, the garbage truck guy behind us is like, move it, you jabronis! And they're like, hey, what are you doing? They start yelling at each other, and meanwhile, no one's moving. And my driver, he is not honking the horn. He's sitting there silently. He has not made a noise. I don't know if he's dead to what's happening around him.
That man's numb.
Or, yeah, and I was just like, slowly losing it in the backseat. Like, we got to do something, my man. We got to do something. Right? And I'm just silently sitting there like, please. Like, if you got to drive up in the curve, just drive up in the curve. Like, guy, you got to get me to the airport. And finally, one of the trucks moves. And we get through. The driver, I'm going to let you know, for the rest of the trip, might have been going 95. This guy went like, he's driving through the streets of New York, making like sharp turns like he's in a chase movie. We get on the highway. I don't know how fast he was going. We're zooming by cars. I think we left New York City. We got out at maybe 4:55, 4:58, something like that. I was at the airport by 5:13. That man went so fast, dude. It was crazy.
I actually had somebody like that too. I think I was coming back from LA and we were like, we got to get to our flight. And he's like, I got you. He was like literally going warp speed. I was like,
sometimes, you know what? I'll risk the death. Sometimes I'm like, this is my man right here. You get a tip, dude.
Sometimes you got to risk it. Oh my God. That's what I was going to bring up. So the other from last episode.
Okay.
We talked about the take the sock guy.
Yes.
Right?
Oh my God. Everyone, I must let you know. We have an update. This is awesome. This is the coolest thing. I can't believe this worked out for us.
Yeah.
This is the first time maybe in ever that our weird shit that we've like come across in life has actually had a payoff. I'm so pleased with this.
Yeah. It's genuinely just unbelievable. So it was a TikTok. That's what we kind of figured. But it was not take the sock, it was take the shot. And so there's a weird TikTok meme of this extremely fake setup scenario from like 2 years ago where this guy goes around and he just goes up to random people and he's like, hey, what's your name? And then they're like, Michael. And he's like, pretends like he's talking into a headset and he's like, take the shot, take the shot. And the guy's like, what? And he's like, yeah, we got him, take the shot, take the shot. And then the person just starts like running away. And then it just does the classic like shoehorned in laugh track of like, and like everybody's laughing and the guy's laughing like, oh, we got him. And the other person's like hiding in a plant. And I'm like, this is the most fake shit I have ever seen. But I was like, this is it. This is exactly what the kid did. Because he came up, he was like, what's your name? And then he was like, take the shot, take the shot. But he didn't go like, he didn't pretend to talk into a headset. He didn't pretend to do like any sort of like, you know, role play here. He was just like saying it to me like he was talking. He's like, take the shot, take the shot. And I was like, I don't know what you're saying. And he's just like, take the shot. And then he just looked at me like, you don't know what it is? I'm like, no. And he ran away.
My favorite part about this for you is that when we saw the video of this guy be like, take the shot. Yeah, these people run away. In my mind, I love the idea of if this was real and some guy was like, are you Eric? And you're like, yes, take the shot. Take the shot.
Dude, I'd be dead.
Yeah, you would be like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? You've been dead. Like, the best part is the guy goes, you don't know what this means? You're like, I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, like, I genuinely was just like so confused. I was like, did he say take the sock? Did he say take the shot? It could have been either one. And I was just like, and I was like, it's probably some some internet thing, and then he's just
Yeah, you would have died if it was real. Like you would have you stood there and were like, "What are you talking about?"
Well, like, if it was like some guy in a like suit with like and glasses, like a Men in Black situation, he shows up and did that, I'd be a little more like, "Uh-oh." But it's just some kid that's like 10 years old with braces. Like
the best part about it is that you're in a grocery store. So I'm just imagining a sniper, like a sniper on top of the Cheerios. Like, I got him in my sights.
You just like walk down another aisle, some guy on a ladder, like look at her. It's like, what's this guy doing? He's gotta take the shot.
The guy's up there in a sniper's position, like a kid who works is like, Sir, you have to get down from there. It's gonna get docked from my pay if you get hurt.
So it was clear that this kid saw this TikTok. He probably thought it was funny. Maybe he showed his friend and they pretended like, ah. And then he's like, dude, I'm gonna do it and it's gonna be funny. And then it hit him that it's not TikTok. And he's like, uh-oh, and that was it.
I love too that it's probably because he had braces that shot came out like sock, which makes it even funnier. He's like, take the fuck. Like it just sounds hilarious.
It all blended together. So I was like, I don't know what he's saying.
I love that. I'm so happy that this had a payoff for us because I had no idea what take the sock meant.
Yeah. I do think take the sock is funnier though.
Oh yeah. Who knows what that means?
Mm-hmm. But
it's a good one. That's pretty good. I love that a lot.
All I know, the brain rot's gonna keep getting worse.
Yeah, dude.
Just more and more kids growing up for being like, dude, I can do the TikTok thing, and then it's gonna happen, and they're gonna find out.
Speaking of brain rot, I saw someone post. I don't know if it was on Reddit or if it was on Discord or somewhere. They were talking about Cox and Crendor. And they were like, I've been going back and listening to the old Cox and Crendors, which, by the way, why are you doing that? What the hell's the matter with you?
Terrible idea.
But the comment was something along the lines of like, wow, Jesse said some really crazy shit. And I was like, well, first off, we both said some crazy shit. But second off, that was years ago. That was like 12 years ago. That's a different person. You can't hold that against me.
Yeah. No, we both said some crazy shit back then. That it was like, what are you gonna do? It is what it is there.
The worst part is I couldn't tell you what it is that they heard that I said. I think I've said so much crazy shit that I don't know what it was that got them. I couldn't tell you the thing that got them, but I just know that it was probably like, I don't know what the hell I was thinking when I said that.
No, 100%. I did even like old Let's Plays and stuff. I like listen. I'm just like, nope, I can't even listen to it. It's just I don't know. People change, people grow. That's life.
I will say though, your newest top 10,
the Murloc one,
yep. The intro had a little bit of old Crendor in it. I don't know what it was, but I played it and it was like, hey, everybody. I was like, whoa.
Sometimes,
his voice got so high pitched. What just happened? Oh, yeah.
Sometimes
you had a little bit.
Yeah. It's actually a remake of an old Pointless Top 10 too, because I made Pointless Top 10 Murlocs 8 years ago. But that one, like my old Pointless Top 10s, I actually unlisted a bunch of them, and I'm like remaking a lot of them because they're not up to the current standard. You see, much like old
and what
Cox
standard
and Crendor.
Is that? Right. Yeah. We should go back and remake word for word old Cox and Crendors.
We really should. And so it used to just be like, number 8 is this Murloc, and he's pretty cool, and there's this thing happening, and that's dumb, so I put him at 8, and that's like it. So now,
sure.
I actually it's like a video essay where I like go into it, I like break it down, I give some like lore details and some other stuff and like some theories, and I'm like, yeah, it's pretty neat. So yeah, it's much more formal now, I guess you could say.
I mean, yeah, you deep dive a little bit more. You're like, I don't know where these guys come from, but I think they look pretty cool. And I've been like, this guy, he used to be called like a garbage pile kid, but now he's not. And I don't know why they changed that. And I'm like, yeah, this is good stuff.
Yeah, but the old Pointless Top 10s, I used to literally just be like, here's a guy in Stranglethorn, and he's pretty cool. That's it. Like we didn't go into any depth. There was no follow-ups. It was just, that's what it was. And so I was like, you know what? Yeah, some of these we got to plus those are like so old that a lot of new stuff's happened, and so
I know that there's a guy out there who's upset. He's like, he changed, man. Those old ones, they were good. This new stuff, too much facts. I don't like it.
Oh yeah, there always is. There's always somebody like that.
You changed. You used to be cool.
I mean, they're right. I did change, but I didn't used to be cool. There's always somebody that's just like, I can't believe he forgot this thing. And I'm like, I didn't forget it. It just didn't make the list. Maybe it was number 11. You know, it just didn't squeak in there. Who knows? But there's always somebody that's like, I can't believe he forgot this one.
That is a weird, I don't know what it is about the internet, but rather than assuming you chose not to do a thing, everyone's like, ugh, he forgot this, or he missed this, or like that. And I'm like, no, I just didn't talk about it because it wasn't important to me at the time, and I didn't miss it. I saw it happen.
Yeah.
I caught it. I just didn't think it was important. And they're like, oh, you didn't even mention that. I'm like, I don't know that I have to. You clearly know it, so why did I? It's weird. They're like, you don't appreciate it as much as I do. And it's like, okay, all right.
Right. I don't. It's or it's there are times where I miss some stuff, but then I put it on the list of things I forgot in other pointless top 10s. I made one of those. I gotta make another one. So
This man's got it figured out.
Got it figured out. So that's been great. Honestly, I've been making pointless top 10s every week for the last, I think, year and a half at this point.
You've been every Saturday. It's been very consistent. I'm impressed.
It's all about that consistency. Consistency.
Eventually, you're going to run out, though. Unfortunately for you, you're going to run out. You're going to run out.
Not going to run out.
You're going to be in like top 10 rivers in this one zone at night. You know what I mean?
I mean, it is probably something I would do already. I've done. I mean, listen. In the last couple of months, I did things you never noticed, pop culture references. We did weird things underwater. That was a fun one. We did best jobs. That's kind of like an unconventional one. Did worst jobs. So, if you get creative with it, you get some really fun ideas.
How much of it is people suggesting things? Because I feel like it'd be really great if you did at the beginning, you could include all the images of people suggesting a thing, so it's theirs,
That's true. I could do that every once in a while. Sometime it's probably like, it depends. Some weeks it's nobody suggesting anything. Some weeks it's like one or two people. But yeah, that would be a good idea. But
I love your ability to decline that. You were like, I could do that. I could.
Well, no,
it's never going to happen.
I've actually thought about doing that. But it would probably, it's going to make more people just start sending me stuff. And then if I don't put their thing in it, they'll be like, you forgot my thing. I
mean, I would.
My thing.
I would go to your videos and list off like the crappiest suggestion and be like, you didn't want to do that. Top 10 hairs in Thrall's beard. You didn't even do that, dude. You suck.
So yeah, that's the main reason that keeps me from doing that. But then there's like people, I'll like make a thing and someone's like, dude, he did my suggestion. I'm just like, wait, what? Yeah, I sure did. My method is I have a big document, what do you call it? The notepad, the Obsidian. I use Obsidian. And you can have like
what is Obsidian?
It's like a note document thing where you can like have a bunch of notes and files all together.
Obsidian notes.
Yeah, just look it up. It's Obsidian.
Oh, I am. Oh, I'm looking it up.
Yeah, there it is. So it's like a note taker. A bunch of them look like they're galaxies or some shit. It's like the more basic looking one, like this. Well, as an example. Right? So you have like on the left, you got a bunch of document files.
Sure.
And so all of those in mine are just different topics, like critters or buildings or like buildings on fire, weird things I saw this time. And it's like just like a bunch of those. And whenever I fly around WoW, I'll see something and be like, put it down. And I just like jot it down. And so I just kind of compile lists over time by just doing that. And I'm like, ooh, that could be cool. Or like, whoa, that's a water well. Put that on the list. And then after a while, you get 10 water wells. You're like, dude, let's go. We got it.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I'm
the best part about Obsidian is the website. When you go there, this is really funny. It says, I guess this is, I don't particularly understand what is being presented to me, because it's everything you just said, where it has sort of the strings and the trains of thought, right? Except on their website, there's two screens. One is a desktop, one is a phone. And they're paired together, like in some way it's all connected, but on the phone it says 2023 Japan trip planning to do. And then on the computer it says writing is telepathy.
Oh yeah, I see that.
And then it's like everything is a remix, calmness is a superpower, creativity is I can't even read that. So combinatory uniqueness?
Oh yeah, I see
This
that.
is like the ramblings of a madman. And then for some reason next to it is 2023 Japan trip planning. Like in any way this relates to what's on this screen. Writing is telepathy, dude. That is hilarious.
Writing is telepathy. And everything is a remix, dude. Everything is a remix.
They just straight went with this.
Everything is a remix.
This another dude, what is, if you read the categories, these are so funny. One of them is travel. One is like, I guess that's 2023 Japan trip. But one is like the list of connectors. I'm not sure how any of this connects. All of it connects back to evergreen notes, turn ideas into objects that you can manipulate is the main point, which is crazy. But then branching off of that is calmness is a superpower, travel, creativity is combinatory uniqueness, emergence, recipes, books, health, what if it were easy, tools, specialization is for insects, first principles, philosophy, 1,000 true fans, and a little bit every day. Those are all connected. That's crazy. What does this mean?
That is genuinely insane.
This is like the dude at the Starbucks who definitely looks a little off, who's been typing away frantically for like 25 minutes at his computer. And you're like, that guy's not writing a script. I don't know what he's writing, but it's not a script.
Everything is a remix. All this is a superpower.
Everything is a remix is hilarious.
These are like the titles of those weird underground poetry books people make.
What's crazy is I bet someone would be like, that's true though, dude. Everything is a remix.
Oh, 100%. Someone definitely would. I mean, I just did. So 100%, there's going to be other people doing it.
There's so many things here that I don't know what this, it looks like it says company is a super organism. Like it just, bro, this is amazing. I feel like I'm going to bring this up on our Monday meeting in the office here and be like, should we get this? Because I love this program.
It's actually a really good program. I got recommended from it by Twitch chat. They were just like, why aren't you using Obsidian? And I was like, I don't know what that is. And I looked it up and I was like, dude, this is pretty sick.
Plus you can use it for free for personal use. That's great.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. So check it out. It is free.
Awesome. That's cool.
By the way, how's your YouTube algorithm? I only ask because with my pointless top 10s, when I made what's it called? Things you've never noticed in World of Warcraft. That videos are like 120,000. That shit, like the algorithm was like, put them back in, plug them in. That like popped me off.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me go look. What about the algorithm should I be looking for?
I don't know. I just noticed as soon as I made things you never noticed in WoW, like every video I started making just got boosted numbers. So I think it just started recommending my videos more to people. And then once you hit that, then it kind of boosts your overall stats, I noticed, because once somebody watches something, even like a few weeks ago, it'll still like sneak it in, like even a week or two later, like, hey, what about this top 10 list, or like this video from that video you saw even like 3 weeks ago, and someone will be like, ooh, okay. So like, for example, somebody might have watched Things You Never Noticed in WoW, and then they're like, sharks I don't really care about, or like this I don't care about. But then it was like, ooh, weird things underwater. Maybe I'll click that. And it like recommends it. So it'll like it'll start like giving you little crumbs to the people. Like, hey, you remember that video you watched? What about this one? And so I noticed it does that more often when a video pops up.
Yeah. I don't, for some reason, It still continues to do well. The animated short we made for Cox and Crendor Super Snake is still just carrying the channel. Even though shorts do nothing monetarily, it is in the last how long is this? How long do I have it set for? Since the beginning of August, it's got 177,000 views, but we put that out on October 27th, 2023. So I don't know why that's still doing well. That's a thing. Our Scary Game Squad for Among Ashes is doing well, but that came out in July, so, I guess that makes more sense.
Yeah.
For some reason, it's always shorts. Like, we uploaded a thing about Baldur's Gate 3. That did great. And I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3 in forever, and just talking about it recently, people are like, yo, Baldur's Gate 3 is a shit. So, I mean, that's got a lot of staying power. So I imagine, I'm just saying, Crendor. If you want to make Baldur's Gate 3 Goblin content, I am ready. Apparently, the kids love it.
I mean, I've been ready. I've been wanting to do it for like a month.
Yo, I'm ready. Let's go.
I think the thing is, like, they're doing the mod, like the official mod is next month, right?
Oh, I don't know.
When is Baldur's Gate 3 official mod date? Larian Studios says that Baldur's Gate 3 will receive official mod support in September of 2024. Yeah. So that's because otherwise you got to like do a bunch of mod stuff that's really annoying, which you could probably have somebody do for you. But I think once it's officially a thing, and you probably just go on their thing and download it, and it does everything for you.
Yeah, I will say though, I don't know what's going on. Ladies, you're letting me down. I don't know what's going on. Female viewership has dropped in the last 28 days.
Damn.
Gross.
It's all over.
Yeah, that's all I care about is the ladies, and like men. Gross. Don't even care. Ladies, where you at?
What's your
Heartbreaking
female viewership at?
In the last 28 days, 13.5%. It used to be 18.
Damn,
heartbreaking.
Dude. He's dropping.
Heartbreaking.
I'm at
I don't know.
I'm at 12.8%. So it's actually pretty close.
I don't know what happened. It used to be huge. I failed.
What's your watch time from subscribers?
Watch time from subscribers. I don't even know where I would look for that information.
It's right above that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Watch time from subscribers. 76.2%.
For what? Subscribe?
I don't know. It says subscribed.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you got a lot of subscribed viewers. I have 50.8% not subscribed, 49% subscribed. So I actually get more not subscribed viewers now.
I mean, I don't know if that's good or bad. I would say probably good because it means you're reaching a lot of people. Yeah. But
if anything, I don't know. I think it is better because I think subscriber viewership is more like consistent. So it's like when you need both. Like you need the consistent viewership of people subscribed, but you also need the new viewers of it getting pushed to more people that aren't subscribed. So
of course.
Yeah.
There's like a balance, and it's one of those things where I'm sure if I learned or cared enough, I could figure it out. But
yeah,
I'll be real with you, I don't know it.
Right. I always have fun looking at analytic stuff.
I guess it's probably more. So there's another analytic that is returning viewers versus new viewers, and I feel like new viewers is the one you should want to hit.
Yes.
So like a great example is on Thursday, August 15th. Returning viewers, I had 67,000, almost 68,000 returning viewers, but only 5,000 new viewers. And the thing you should be doing is trying to increase new viewership. I'm just not very good at that.
Right.
I mean, like, I just know I'm not very good at that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been trying to do. But I think that's what I've realized is it's almost like you just need a blend of stuff, but while keeping it similar. So, for example, my returning viewers are probably going to watch the things like murlocs and sharks and beaches, but new viewers are going to watch the things like pop culture references and things you never knew about, like more of the generic, it's going to reach a broader audience because more people are going to be like, what's something I never knew about? While most people are like, murlocs, I'll watch it, or like, maybe I'll watch it, and some people are like, I don't care. So, like, You just you need a blend. So that's what I try to do. I try to blend it.
I try to do the things that I enjoy, and it works. It does well. I think the thing I have to do now, because people keep requesting it, and I'm not very good at this. Again, let me just stress, I'm not good at any of the back-end YouTube stuff.
Right.
Like, I'm just not good at it. I just don't think I'm very good. And one of the things that I've noticed is that a lot of people keep requesting memberships.
Oh, yeah, that's easy to turn on. I got that on.
I don't know how to do that at all. So I'm like, oh, I guess I'll do a thing.
You literally
figure
just
that out.
Go in and turn it on, and that's like setting up Twitch emotes or whatever. It's pretty much like the same. And then with my memberships, I do like a monthly Q&A for everybody because it's a pretty easy thing to do.
How do you do that? Like, is there a thing I can go into in YouTube and be like, hey, we're doing a video right now.
Yeah, you go to the community tab.
And then only members can view it?
You can make it so only members view the post. And then you can have videos
when you make the video,
that are member only.
How do you... Crazy. Okay,
Instead of putting it as like public or unlisted or whatever, you put it under members only.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It seems like there's way too many different membership things that exist out there.
They do, but I like having it because it gives people the option of like, do I want to go to Patreon? Would I rather do a YouTube? I just like having the option of.
That's what people tell me. Everyone's to me personally, I'm like, that's so many different things though. But I guess some people are like, I'd rather be a member. Like I was doing a stream that was both Twitch and YouTube. People are like, why don't you have YouTube memberships on? I was like, well, because I got Twitch subscribers, and they're like, well, I don't want to go to Twitch. I was like, oh shit, okay then.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why I'm considering it. And I was like, oh, I guess I could do a thing.
Yeah, because YouTube memberships they're kind of like subscriptions for live streaming too. So you get like all the chat emotes and stuff. It's worth turning on. It's
interesting. I had no clue.
Yeah, so some people are just like, I'll subscribe on Twitch. Some people are channel members. Some people are Patreon. It's just like you get a little bit of everything.
All right. Good to know.
Yeah. So that's all I got for this week.
Well, you know what else is good to know?
What?
Boy. MeUndies. For most of the year, fancy underwear technology doesn't really sound all that necessary. Breathable, quick dry, moisture wicking, anti-odor. Sounds a little overkill. But then summer hits, and suddenly all that sweat in places you don't want sweat seems pretty awful. Breathable, quick dry, moisture wicking, anti-odor suddenly sound pretty damn essential. Summer is here, and MeUndies wants you to be prepared. And the best part is they get something for everyone this summer. Their micro-modal fabric is breathable and comfortable, especially for the gents out there with their ball caddy technology. They have 100 different colors and prints ranging from all black to dinosaurs to right now, the one that I have on is a bunch of cup noodles, but it says send nudes on it. It's great. Big fan of those.
I'm wearing otters that are swimming together.
That's very romantic. Otters are some of the most romantic critters.
Yeah.
I saw a video of an otter that got stuck in a net, and then when the fisherman got the otter out, the otter's I'm gonna say otter husband. I don't know what otters are. The one of the otters that went to go get help came back and gave them a rock as a gift, and I was like, that's very sweet. That's very sweet. MeUndies has unmatched comfort. So breathable and stretchy, and it genuinely feels like you're wearing nothing, and it's just some of my favorite underwear in the world. And the best part is, if you're not happy with your first pair of MeUndies, it's on them. They'll just let you have them. Summer is coming. Be prepared with MeUndies. Get 20% off your first order plus free shipping at MeUndies.com/Crendor.
That's me.
That's MeUndies.com/Crendor for 20% off plus free shipping. MeUndies. Comfort from the inside out. All right, Crendor, let's go to the Choppers. Crendor has some traffic out there.
Oh, man. Traffic. It's getting... You know what? I almost said it again. I remember last time I was supposed to change up the traffic, make it a little more exciting.
Yep.
I've already lost. Traffic's kind of like the conceptual theory of movement when you think about it, you know? Just like Obsidian's conceptual Back to you.
I'm glad that's what you thought exciting was. You know what? Now I know. I know your baseline.
Well, I got messed up because I was like, I got to go into this, but then I already messed it up, and then that just threw everything off.
Yo, speaking of traffic, today, while driving to the office to film this, I must stress to the various peoples who might be listening who have a wheelchair. I need to know this. I need to know. So obviously there are wheelchairs where you can move by wheeling with your hands, right? And there are wheelchairs that are electric wheelchairs. I saw a dude today on the road in a wheelchair that was one of the, like, you move it with your hand wheelchairs, but in front, he had, what, you know, like those hover around things?
Yeah.
Imagine that, but it was just a high-powered scooter. This dude was going 20 down the road.
Oh,
This
wow.
man was, it looked like the scooter in front of him was one of the ones that you would stand on, like, you know, they put in different touristy places.
Oh, yeah.
But it was attached to his wheelchair, and this dude was going fast.
Damn, he modded his wheelchair.
Yeah, and I've never seen anything like. I don't know if he modded it out or this is a wheelchair you can buy somewhere, but oh my god, it was the coolest thing I've ever seen. And this dude, what made it better is he looked cool too. This guy had dreads, and he was like wearing like a dope ass t-shirt that said, like, I don't even know, something cool on it. He was way cooler than I'll ever be.
Yeah.
This guy looked awesome. He had those like ripped jeans that looked cool ripped, and he was just zooming down the road. I was like, this is the coolest dude ever. I couldn't believe it. I was mesmerized by this. I watched this man drive down. He was passing cars. He was going so fast. In his wheel, I was like, this is the coolest shit I've ever seen. I don't know what this is, but I love this. And I just am putting it out there to anyone who can fill us in on this. Did he mod this, or is that a real thing you could buy? Because that was awesome.
That is pretty cool.
If he modded it, that's like he's the Tony Stark of wheelchair technology. It was incredible. And you could see it was clearly the same like handle / pole as those skateboard scootery things. But he had like 2 battery packs on the front, which I think was what was generating the power to make him go so fast. But I also kept thinking, wouldn't the wheels of his wheelchair, like, would they come loose? How did this work? Because again, it wasn't a modded out wheelchair. The front bit was modded, but the rest of it was just this dude's normal ass wheelchair.
That's got to be some creation he made then.
It was cool as shit. I was like, this guy's awesome. I genuinely wanted to like pull over and be like, dude, what's going on here? What is this about? I gotta know.
That is cool. Yeah, let us know. I mean, they might make like crazy wheelchairs like that. We just don't know.
Yeah, I was like, maybe it just does exist, and I'm just not in the wheelchair community because I don't know.
Yeah. Weather time.
Yes, weather.
We got a weather request for hold on. I'm gonna hold this down and we'll land on a random one. Boink. Vigan City, Philippines. I missed their delicious Vigan empanada with longanisa pork sausage.
Pigan?
V. Like Vicky. Vigan, Ilocos, Philippines.
Do you think it's called Vigan? Do you think it's called Vigan?
Is it vegan? Vigan.
I don't know. Maybe it's
Philippines.
Vijan. I don't know. I don't know how to say this.
Might be. Well, over in Vigan, 87 degrees Fahrenheit. Feels like 98. Woo!
Woo!
70% humidity. That's a lot of humidity. Pressure, 29.81 inches. Visibility, 10 miles. Winds, 4 miles an hour. Dew point, 76. UV index, 1 of 11. Moon phase, full moon. 5:42 a.m. sunrise, 6:21 p.m. sunset. 10-day. 89 degrees on Monday. Generally cloudy. Tuesday, 89 with PM showers, not thunderstorms, but Wednesday, 89 with thunderstorms. Thursday, 90 with thunderstorms. Friday, 90 with thunderstorms. Saturday, 89 thunderstorms. Sunday, 88 thunderstorms. Monday, 87 thunderstorms. And pretty much every day is high 80s with thunderstorms.
It's crazy to me that when you go to this town on the map, the first thing you see is a giant cross.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Is it the Bonte Bell Tower?
But I guess. And then as you get closer, there's just more. Is it a very religious city? Or at least founded on religiousness?
Yeah, maybe. Oh, yeah, Bonte Watchtower.
There's a bunch of different places here that are just like, it's a cross. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. It must be. What is that?
Also, for some reason, a lot of empanada places. But like empanada places that look like a mom's house.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to say probably the best empanadas you're going to get.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yo, Grandpa's Inn and Restaurant.
Yo, that's the spot. That's the spot right there.
Here we go. Grandpa's Inn. Let me see.
Also, the prices to get. Oh, boy. So in order to get there, it would take 22 hours from Los Angeles, which, by the way, no way in hell is that happening for me. 22 hours, but the prices are pretty cheap. You can do that for under $1,000. That's not bad considering the flight time.
Yeah, that is true.
Although if I did that, I'd be like, all right, we're going to go to Hawaii for a little bit, and then we're going to go to like Australia for a little bit. And then like I'd make it a whole month. I'd be like, I'm taking a month off, guys. I'm leaving. There's no 22 hours. I would go insane on that flight.
Yeah, I would 100% go insane too. And you'd probably handle it better than I could.
I mean, on the way there, I could sleep for like 10 of it, but still, that's like a whole. That's so many hours in the flying to London, for example, is 11, and that's borderline. By the end of that flight, I'm like, I just want to get off this plane. I just want to get off the plane.
Yeah, no, I can't even sleep on planes. I don't know what it is. I just can't. So it's even worse.
Yeah, but you know what I'm noticing? Not a lot of, I don't see any fast food places. I mean, I'm sure there's fast food places, but like, an empanada stand or whatever. But I'm not seeing like a McDonald's. I see L's Chicken. Shout out to L's Chicken.
Yeah, I haven't seen any either, actually. I'm looking around.
I see a Jollibee. Never mind, I see Jollibee.
Yeah, Jollibee.
But that's all I see, really. And I'm kind of fine with that. I'm sure it's there, right?
Yeah,
it's got to be.
It's got to be.
But I don't see it, and frankly, I'm pleased by that. We were, for Shluminati, we were looking at a place in Florida for one of our UFO stories, and I was looking at the town because I was trying to figure out what this town was, and it's a Florida town in the Panhandles, and the town itself is really small, and it's clearly for like retirees. It has that vibe, but everything there was a Walmart, a Costco, a Taco Bell, a McDonald's. It had no soul, this town. Everything there was corporate as hell. And I was like, there's not a single mom and pop place anywhere.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's zero culture here. And I can appreciate it when it's the exact opposite. When it's like, yeah, we go over to MC Bakes to get cupcakes. And you look at it and it's, okay, maybe you shouldn't go to MC Bakes to get cupcakes. Crendor, if you can find MC Bakes, it looks like it's just a trash lot. I don't know what the hell this is.
Hold on, try to link it. Oh yeah, I see it. The trash lot.
Okay.
It's like
24 hours a day. Got one
lot.
review. That one review says, wait, but there's a Facebook page.
Oh yeah, they got an Instagram.
And the Facebook page looks amazing. These images look so good.
I think it's just so someone put a random photo there thinking it was something else or it's nearby.
Maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of...
It looks like they do indeed have actual not garbage things here. I found the McDonald's.
Well, now it's ruined.
But it's actually a cool looking McDonald's. Hold on. That work?
It looks like it's in an old villa.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It actually looks pretty cool.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
And that's the weather.
And that's the weather. Sports.
We're all over the place today. I get a cold and I'm at half staff.
Yeah,
that's not right.
He's all over the place. He's half staffed.
Yeah, I'm all half staffed.
Sports. We got the Olympics are over now. We have basketball still off season. We got football preseason started up. We've been having some football. That's been pretty fun. None of it really matters. The preseason's just like fake games, essentially, where guys that probably aren't going to be on the team play against each other to see if like one of those guys can make the team.
Sure.
But it's football, so people are like, it's back. But it doesn't really matter that much. Then we have baseball still going. It's getting towards the end of baseball. We got Yankees in first with the Orioles a half game back of them. Cleveland Guardians in first in the Central. Astros in first in the West. And in the National League, you got the Phillies, you got the Brewers, and the Dodgers all in first with the Padres right behind them. So wild card spots are the big thing. It looks like we got, let's see, who's in the wild card? Baltimore, Minnesota, Kansas City. And then nationally, you got San Diego Padres, Diamondbacks, and the Atlanta Braves. So pretty tight races all around for the old wild card spots in baseball. And when does college football start, actually? That usually starts a bit before the NFL. It starts...
I mean, whenever they're back in school, right?
Yeah, but I think school's starting.
September,
already.
Usually?
Next weekend.
Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, then I am wrong.
Yeah, next weekend. No, yeah, people have started school already. So I've even seen like school buses driving around. Because I remember we were driving around the other day, and then we got behind a school bus, and kids were getting off the bus. And I was like, dude, I guess school started. So yeah,
wow.
school's here, and that's sports.
Okay, what is our fact of the day?
Fact of the day. I actually found this one, and I don't know if it's real or not, but it sounds cool.
Okay, I mean, sure. Yeah.
Ancient Europeans believed that if they ground up the bones of their greatest warriors or sacred animals and mixed them in with the iron when forging a sword, the sword would contain their spirits, making it stronger. Little did they know that by adding ground up bones, they were introducing carbon to the mix, creating a carbon steel, which is much stronger than simple iron. So they were making their swords stronger by adding sacred bones, just not in the way that they thought.
I don't care if that's true or not. That sounds badass.
It does sound badass.
That's awesome. I love. Did you see? Speaking of swords, they I don't know if it was in Germany this week. I think it was in Germany. They dug up a grave, and in the grave was a perfectly preserved sword from 3,000 years ago. And the sword, not only does it look cool, but the hilt has like a cool badass, like it looks like two kind of snakes or serpents eating the blade design. I was like, yo, that's cool as shit. That's like D&D stuff.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, they're like, it's 3,000 years old. I'm like, that's badass. You know those dudes were like in the Germanic forest, like fighting the Romans?
Yeah.
Like, mix our bones with the Steel Brothers. Like, that shit was awesome. I'm here for it.
Hell yeah. That is cool. And that's your random fact of the day.
I love that fact. That's a good fact.
Yeah.
Well, what is our big news story of the day?
There's probably going to be somebody that's like, that's technically not true, but it's somewhat true.
Don't care. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome.
We've established here that the rule of cool applies in all news.
It overrides.
It overrides it. I don't care if it's not true. That's badass.
Yeah. Big news story of the day.
Day.
This groundhog didn't play around to find his bizarre new home in Pennsylvania.
Oh boy. Yeah, here we go.
Oh my God. So, a Pennsylvania groundhog is making a name for himself for something other than predicting early or late spring. An intrepid varmint dubbed Colonel Custard, so named for the frozen custard shop and mini golf outlet where he was discovered, was found stowed away with a passel of stuffed animal prizes in an arcade game 2 weeks ago. Players were maneuvering a mechanical claw to pluck toys from the glass game case when they suddenly realized a real-life groundhog was blinking back at them. So
it's like when E.T. hid in the closet with the toys.
There he is.
Oh my God, this photo's hilarious. Stop. He was really just in there hanging out.
He really was just in there hanging out. Hold on, there's one more.
Right next to the University of Pittsburgh ball.
There he is.
He both has a look of like, leave me alone and also help me please. Like, I don't know what's... It's really funny.
The newly named colonel was found in Hollidaysburg, a good hour's drive from Pennsylvania's far more famous groundhog town, Puxtawney. And the owner at this Meadows frozen custard shop aren't being shy about promoting their own furry friend. Staff and owners made t-shirts that read, "Respect the Groundhog," held the online naming campaign that drew an avalanche of responses, and are working on more promotional ideas such as naming one of their frozen treat flavors for Colonel Custard. Meadows manager Lynn Castle said no one is sure how the groundhog got in the building, but he must have clambered up in the game chute into the machine. They were just staring at the stuffed animals in there, getting ready to decide what to pick, and saw a groundhog blinking and realized there was something alive in there. It took a village to set the varmint free. Employees first called the claw machine owners, who were too skittish to take the colonel on. Next came the police, who called the Pennsylvania Game Commission. Game wanderers opened up the claw machine and released the groundhog into a nearby field. It's a good story that ended well. He got set free. No one got bit.
I love that they're still trying to make money off of it. He's not there anymore, and they're like, no, but we're gonna make T-shirts. We're gonna it's a thing we're known for now. Like, okay, all right.
Yeah, they're just like, we got him out of there. He's in the forest. He's having fun, but we're gonna name stuff after him. We got T-shirts.
Yeah. I thought you were about to tell me they left him in there because it was like a good marketing opportunity. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that's like, no, they didn't do that. But
nope, the images are really funny. He's in there.
It's Colonel Custard of the groundhog claw machines.
Oh, I love that. That's a good story. It could have gone a different direction. I thought for sure they would be like, he is imprisoned in the claw machine forever.
Yeah, they said
he's free
to go.
Yeah, that's great. Hopefully he wasn't immediately snatched up by like an eagle, because that would be a sad thing. They said for you're free now. That's it. Done.
That's the big news story of the day.
All right. Well, that's it for us. Thanks so much for listening or watching. I've enjoyed this podcast. Crendor, hit him with the socials.
Boy, oh boy, if we got socials. YouTube.com/Cox and Crendor podcast. All one word. You can find every podcast ever if you really want to go listen to the old ones, but please don't. And don't take anything we say seriously. Also, we're on YouTube.com/Cox and Crendor. That's where all the animations are. And we're on other stuff. Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud. We're in a lot of places. Also, find us on our other stuff. YouTube.com/Crendor if you want to watch any of the pointless top 10s I talked about. Or YouTube.com/Jesse Cox if you want to watch his shorts, because that's what everybody loves. Twitch TV Crendor, Twitch TV Jesse Cox, Facebook Crendor, Facebook Jesse Cox, TikTok Crendor, TikTok Jesse Cox, TikTok, Instagram Notorious Cox, Instagram Crendor was taken, Twitter Jesse Cox, Twitter Crendor, YouTube Cox Clips, YouTube Cren Clips, YouTube Warhammer Crendor, that's it.
All right. Well, thanks so much for listening. We'll see you all next time. And as always, to be continued.